All right, now you guys can obviously tell I'm recording on my phone while doing this because I don't have good equipment to actually be making way better quality content. But yeah, it's uh it's a struggle. By the time you're seeing this video, I'd be probably streaming ranked of Apex right now. So the link will be in the description and pull up if you want to. Because I'm streaming on Twitch and I'll probably be putting out some of the content on that video. I mean on that stream and a video on preseason Apex. Probably changing the name for that soon. Yeah, but thanks for clicking. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the video. Stay choking free. And yeah, enjoy. I'm kind of bad at this, so bear with me here. All right, all right. Smack Volume 6 just happened a few days ago. And you know what? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty, despite Nitty not being on the card. First battle was T-Top versus Easy the Block Captain, which unfortunately didn't go down. They informed us a day prior during the face-offs that T-Top had to cancel due to a family emergency that he had. So best wishes, Top. You're a real nigga for putting family first ahead of business. Next one was Ill Will versus Danny Myers. And, this battle was a lot weaker than it was hyped up for, especially because of Ill Will's performance at Born Legacy about a week or so prior. Don't know the full details of the time for Born Legacy 10, but all I know is Ill Will went the hell off on those battles, but the train slowed down when it comes to Smack Volume 6 against Danny. Danny was decent in the first, but he was heating up way too late in the first because he started off a little bit weaker in the first, then he started heating up. He was getting a bit more heavier punches in than what he was starting off with, but it was too late and he already ended a round. Will was punching way earlier, but I don't know if I'm stupid or something, but some of the stuff he was saying did not make sense. I may have to watch it to see what the hell he was talking about. But Will, he had punches early in the round. Some of the stuff he was saying didn't make sense later in the round. Probably went over my head. I don't know if I'm stupid or something, but I didn't catch some of the stuff he was saying. So I'm gonna leave that as a debatable. Could go either way. Round 2 on the other. Well, let's go back actually a little bit. Let's see. One thing he didn't say. One thing he said that didn't make sense. You ever seen your granny or your pop smoke? I'm trying to figure out what the hell does that even mean. I gotta watch it again because I gotta really hear the background to this. So yeah, round 1 was a wash. Definitely not the round to open with, especially for the event. Round 2 was Danny clear. Danny was going off. I don't remember one of the things he was saying that hit the hardest for me was like he said she put the baby on wheel and you couldn't buy her a stroller. That one was crazy. I give that one to Danny. The only reason why I give it to Danny is because Will was freestyling. It seemed like he was freestyling way too much, and he had a lot of stumbles. That's what this event was kind of filled with, at least on the parts of people we expected to hold up to. So Danny gets the second round clear. I don't know what Will was doing, but second round definitely flopped. Round 3 was the closest round of the battle, aside from the debatable first round, in my opinion, because Danny was cooking, and then Will brought up the whole intersecting universe and the parallel universe thing, and that's the main thing that Will was going for in his round. That was creative, and that actually hit for me. So I edged it to Danny. That was a very close third. So Danny 2-1, debatable first. Slightly edging to Will, despite it not making sense a little bit for me. Second is clearly Danny, and third, I edged it for Danny, despite the creativity coming from Will. That was a hard round. It was the hardest round to pick out of the battle. So Danny 2-1. Although I will admit, I like how Will admitted where he screwed up, because he even said that he was stumbling during the battle. He screwed up. He took a little too long to heat up with the punches, and he admit where he fell. Despite his stellar performance at the events prior to that, he wasn't as strong as he was at those two events, and sometimes his team comes down. And that's something that all battle rappers have dealt with. Some people were on a tear, some people kept it moving, some people had some minor setbacks, and I think this is a minor setback for Will. I know he's going to bounce back again. So yeah, that's what this battle is. Danny 2-1, a little late for both of them heating up. Had some jewels in it, but did not live up to the hype for me. And that's just my personal opinion. The next battle is Arsonal versus Jerry West. Oh my, where do I even begin? In all honesty, I had Jerry with the upset 2-1 in this battle going into it, because this was one that I was very interested in, because Jerry has been bugging out lately. So I had expectations, and I was severely, I had mixed feelings going into this. I know that Jerry is not one to play with, but I also know that Ars has been in this for a long time, and now he still proves that there's levels to a battle rap. Jerry had a minor stumble in the first, which really didn't impact him, because he kept it going towards when he got to the middle. I gotta look at it again to see where exactly he stumbled, but he got it back immediately afterwards. So I don't condone choking or stumbles, but I'll let it slide as long as you minimize the frequency of it. So minor stumble, as long as you keep it going, as long as you don't let it happen again, that's what's gonna separate a good battle rapper to a great battle rapper. At least that's my personal opinion. So minor stumble. He was punching a little light in the first, but it still sounds like Jerry. It's still Jerry, because that's what I seen him do in some of his other battles. He's a heavy puncher, but this time he was punching a little bit lighter. A lot of stuff that I was able to catch. A lot of stuff that some of the stuff may have flown over my head. Gotta watch it again. And that's the main thing about Jerry's round. So Jerry was punching light, but it's still Jerry. Arsonal, on the other hand, I don't know what crack he was smoking, but he has to take it again for the next few battles, because he was just, damn. 1-0 clear. That was the craziest I've ever seen from Ars. I know I haven't seen too much of past Arsonal, but current Arsonal, damn, I don't know what he's smoking, but all these other battle rappers got to get in on it too, because he is on that pack right now. Round 2, Jerry was punching. You know what? I don't even want to talk about this no more. Ars with the dirty 30. Let's just skip the whole round 2. Round 2 was a straight up wash. Despite Jerry punching a little bit more, he was trying to put a little bit more efforts into it. Like, you know, when you play Street Fighter, you have the light, the medium, and the heavy punch. He was more medium in this one, but that didn't work. Ars was just straight heavy, and everything landed. Jerry did not know how to get those block strings, and that obviously showed. Round 3 was the closest round, but God. a lot of people might think I'm just sucking Ars off, but no. I'm not doing that. I'm just giving credit where credit is due, and Ars deserves every single piece of credit this battle. He was one of the most consistent, no stumbles, no choking. He was consistent throughout the battle, minus that minor stumble in the third. But regardless, Jerry died. That's my opinion. Jerry did good knowing the way he performs, but Ars was too much for that. I know I'm NYC. That's why you see NY Takeover on it. But I'm Jersey for that night. Okay, now that that's over with. Oh, damn. Speaking of Ars being consistent despite minor stumbles, here's one where one rapper was very, very inconsistent despite his first. B. Dot versus Chilla Jones. Now, I didn't go into this battle with a winner. I didn't really see this as a battle of the night contender because, well, that was hard knowing everybody that was on the card has a lot of talent, and me not seeing enough of these two because I kinda don't watch battle rap like that, but this battle was it was a hard pick in terms of a winner for me, so I didn't really have too much interest going into this battle. Chilla's first was decent. Very beatable, but decent. A lot of jewels that he was dropping in there. Like minor jewels. Like you see those little, like you see the ring, whenever the jewel on the ring that you have. It's like, think a shard of that every line. So that wasn't enough for me, but it's still good to see that Chilla was the same scheme heavy rapper that we all seen from before. Now Dot, on the other hand, ouch, that was a dangerous round. It would have been 1-0 regardless if Nunu wasn't there, but we already see Nunu gonna jump in the battle a mile away as soon as we seen them talking about B. Dot and Chilla Jones. I mean, come on. It's even more predictable than Charlie's bars. Not to say that Charlie's too predictable, but see how easy it was to predict that? 1-0. Clear. Like flex tape clear. That was ouch. I like Chilla's second. I think Chilla's second was the strongest round, in my opinion. With Dot's double standards or working for the white man. But yeah, just stumbles around. As long as they didn't make it happen again, I'd be fine with it. But damn, this is the strongest round, and that actually says something, especially for Dot's performance in the second. It was much better than his first, but that angle kind of slipped as soon as he stopped. Like, he's like, answer, like, go on, explain yourself. And I'm just like, you don't do that during a battle, because no one's gonna try and talk while your round is going on. And that's gonna take up too much time. And that's one mistake that I think Chilla made during the battle, waiting for him to explain himself. Don't do that. Please just don't do that. Don't do that. Unless it's like a one-word answer, don't do that. Because that's gonna penalize you if that round actually mattered. Which, in my opinion, because of B. Dot's performance, choking and stumbling, it's like he's trying to get out of the water, out of the pool, you're on the deep end, just not... He drowning, and that's what he was doing the whole round. I wasn't able to catch some of his stuff. He was just all over the place. No, that was the worst round of the evening. Even worse than Ill Will's second. That was just bad. That was just bad. So easy 1-1 going into the third. Chilla got the second clear. And can we stop choking, please? Chilla's third was on par with his second when he was talking about Dot's family, and some of it went great. Some of it kind of fell flat. But then the daylight savings bar kind of saved it. Some of the other stuff wasn't as much, but that's why I'm the champion. That was kind of there, but kind of wasn't. But Chilla's good. That was a good Chilla, knowing what he can do, and I haven't really seen him like completely erase someone in a long time. But yeah, good Chilla overall. I kind of want to see this. You'll see why in a minute. I kind of want to see this on another card, and you'll see why and what I'm talking about towards the end of the video. Dot, on the other hand, I like the creative Kingpin and Kingdom scheme, but that scheme didn't have the punch that it needed to, and that was one of the only highlights of his round. I didn't really see anything else come from that, aside from the rebuttal that was towards Chilla's working for the White Man angle. I think it was round 2. Yeah, round 2 just sucked from him. And round 3 wasn't as powerful as it needed to do. So Chilla 2-1 close. I give Chilla the second and the third. Round 1 was easily Dot, and we could see that. Like, we could see that first time watching the battle. We could see that on a rewatch. Dot easily got round 1, but the second and third kind of went flat. But like Rock said, Chilla made Dot go night night. It's over. The next battle is K-Shine versus Pat Stay. Now, I waited for this battle for a long time. Especially since on Gnome 9, Shine was calling out Briz, Pat Stay, and Hollow. And since he got Pat Stay originally for, what was it? Was it Gnome 9 or was it Gnome 10 or Summer Madness? I don't know. I don't remember which one it was for. I gotta check again. But it was supposed to be going down way earlier, either this year or earlier in 2019. I gotta look back at that. But they finally get it out, and this was a huge Battle of the Night contender for me. But it wasn't as much as I kind of was hyping it for. I don't know what kind of air problem Pat Stay had in the first, but his comedy's still there at least. Damn, that round 1 kind of sucked. No, low key. I don't know what the hell he was doing. A lot of stumbling really made him lose that first, but Shine punched. Shine's just Shine. You can't really do nothing about that. All you gotta do is just be your best you. Shine did that. It's the first and the second. And especially, he got the crowd riled up without any NWX members there. At least that's what it looked. He said that. I'm not calling the guy a liar, but I don't know. So round 1 clearly Shines going into the second. This Pat was not as good as he was against Suge, and definitely not as good as he was against Rock. Despite his second round being his strongest round, in my opinion, it was not as good enough as Shine's second. Shine went off. I think the bar of the battle for me was, he was like, let's wait until we got a hot spot. Now you're the one I'm paired with. That one hit. That one really hit, because the crowd was going crazy for that one. See, I don't know what the hell Shine was worried about. This Pat was subpar, at least in my opinion. I'm not even going to talk about Pat Stay's third, despite him giving Shine props, which I kind of respect, but I kind of don't at the same time, because it's a battle. You're supposed to verbally spar with your opponent. You're supposed to get them the hell out of there. But it's good to see that they were changing. He was changing the kind of the environment, giving them props. He kind of knew what he was walking into. but he didn't at the same time because he horribly prepared for it. But Shine with the Dirty 30. See, this was the best Shine I've seen in a while. This was better than Shine versus Chess. That Shine was great. This Shine was better. Like, damn. Shine doesn't even have to be himself to really just kill a person. He was himself against Verb. He washed him. He sounded a lot like Twerk. Kind of. Very similar. Twerk. Twine. I don't even know what to call him. But he sounded a lot like that versus Geechee. Kind of versus Av. We see that this is a Shine that's here to stay. And he went off with Pat Stay style. And the impression was on point too. Shine don't even gotta be himself to beat a nigga ass. He could be the nigga that he beating, and he's still beating that nigga. Shine with the Dirty 30. Not as much as I wanted from Pat, but damn. Shine needs a bigger battle. Give him Hollow or Daylight. That's all I want to see right now. Deluxe talk can be going in later after he battles Hollow and Daylight. But, ooh, damn. That's a Shine for the books right there. Especially because Daylight was talking in the chat. He was like, that Shine wasn't impressive. He's like, I'm not excited for this. And I'm just like, Daylight, did you just see that? Did you see that? Hell, I'm having an air problem right now just remembering that. That was just... You know what? Moving on. I don't even want to dwell too much on this no more. Alright, the main event was... Goods versus Geechee. Now, the main event is usually supposed to save the event, especially if the undercard flopped. But I don't know if it really did it. Round one from both of them were filled with jewels. I'll say that much. We have the real talker, which is Geechee, versus the slick talker, which is Goods. And that, I think that set the tone on paper for the main event. And seeing it in action, it was above borderline, but I have to watch that again. First time watching it was above borderline. Hopefully the rewatch is going to change my opinion on it. I call round one debatable, kind of edging towards Goods on a 1-0 going into the second, but there were good rounds nonetheless, especially from the type of styles they bring to the table. Now, second round, Geechee was way better in his first, referencing Rock in his talking about Goods saying who the hell is Fred because of him staying invested in Rock's sexual preference. And I remember I was watching Rock, so he was like, talk heavy Geechee. Oh my, that was funny, and that kind of made me invested into that round, especially because I was watching part of Rock's stream as well. Like, so some people saw me in the chat. I don't know if they did. Probably they did, but yeah. This was the closest battle so far, and Goods in the second was crazy as well. I like what he was doing with the whole boss talk. I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong, because that one really got me invested in that round, and that was the closest round of the evening. And what was it? He was doing that boss talk thing. I think that should be his. I think that should be part of his rounds for good this time. At least either his second or his third boss talk. That should be the tagline of his rounds. Just do boss talk. It's just like slick. You go from slick talk to boss talk. That's what would get Goods. That's what would get really make me want to see Goods on another volume. And round 3 was another tie, but I'd really give it. It's mainly preference. This battle was mainly preference for a lot of people and for me. But I love Geechee's material, but I gotta give it 2-1 Goods. I like the real talk, but this round was the lightest round of Geechee's career, in my opinion. Because I've seen some of Geechee's battles. His third rounds are stupid heavy punching. But I'd rather give it 2-1. Not taking respect away from Geechee. Geechee's crazy, but this is Goods 2-1 for my opinion. Definitely replay value there. I would definitely go for a rewatch, but Goods 2-1. I know people are gonna disagree with me. Tell me why. Tell me why in the comments if there's anything that you guys disagree with me. All right, here's the awards section of the thing. Battle of the Night, or BOTN. There's 2 BOTNs. One's Battle of the Night, one's Bar of the Night. Battle of the Night was the main event. Come on. Main event was the closest battle of the whole card. Despite Shine and Arsenal having their crazy performances, Danny Myers having a good performance, Chilla Jones having a decent performance, but main event was the closest. The main event, though they were one of the most consistent ones. They say the most consistent ones were first Shine, then Geechee, then Goods, then Ars. I give it to those 4. Those 4 were the best of the night. So that's Battle of the Night, the main event. Bar of the Night, you already know it was Shine. Let's wait till we get a hot spot. Now you're the one I'm paired with. That one hit me in that battle, and I kind of went over. I gotta rewatch some of the stuff so I can make an apt decision on that, but that was the one that hit the most for me. A lot of people are gonna be saying I'm sucking off Shine, but no, nigga. Pause. All right, performance of the night. It was actually a tie, in my opinion, it was a 3-way tie between Shine, Ars, and Geechee. And Goods, really. But, yeah. I think the top of the list, the top of the list, at least for me, Shine. I'm not talking them off. Don't even put those words in my mouth. But Shine. Performance of the night. I gotta give it to them. I gotta give these guys their flowers while they're here. So they got the best performance. That was it. That was it. So I have I kind of thought about this as a good idea. I kind of wanted to do this for another video, but I might as well do it now since we're done talking about Smack Volume 6. I had a Smack Volume 7 card that I kind of thought up out of the blue, but this would mainly be a Summer Madness minus the last 2 battles on that. I don't know if it's, I think it was another battle that I was supposed to put, but it's missing. But aside from that, it would be a volume. This one right here should be a Volume 7. And I think the Volume 7 and another setting, like the Volume 7 should be on a rooftop. And you're going to see why in a rooftop when I give the first battle. The loser had to jump. You can already see where I'm going with it. The main event, in my opinion, should be Loaded Lux versus Daylight. Do I really need to say anything else? Do I really need to say anything else about this battle being on the rooftop? Battle on the roof, the loser has to jump. I don't need to say anything else about that. Same thing for K-Shine versus Hollow. Now, I know this won't happen on a volume, but we can already see where both of them stand when it comes to the small room setting, at least in the way that the Smack Volume series is associated with it, because technically all of the events are on small rooms, minus Born Legacy, whatever the hell that was. But Shine has proven again and again he's efficient anywhere, and want to see him on the rooftop. I also want to see Hollow on the rooftop because he's kind of from that era, similar with K-Shine, where they battled heavily in the past. So we want to see some of them from that era to, aside from the street corner, do it on the rooftop. I mean, the street corner wasn't as appealing as it was implied to be. It still had a bit of charm to it, but Rooftop Volume 7 would be way better than the Street Volume 6. I like the idea, and hopefully they'd be able to implement it. The next battle on that, which is more of a contender of the main event. This seems like a gnome card, really, but New Jersey Twerk versus Av. It's only right for their returns to be against each other because they missed the fade that they were supposed to get at Smack Volume 5. So give it to them. Let their returns be against each other. It's rare that we ever see a return against another return, because we always see someone who's already here versus the return of this one. Like we see Geechee versus the return of Sue Surf, or Rum Nitty versus the return of Sue Surf. I don't know how many returns Surf needs or has, but yeah, just let the returns be against each other. I think this one is really interesting because both of them need to be listened to in order for their stuff to be heard and understood. But which one is this? Here he goes. Chilla Jones versus Chess. Now, Chilla Jones has that style that people have to listen to everything because he's a scheme-heavy battle rapper. And they have to listen to everything they want to get in his rounds, because I remember some people were saying they want to listen to everything that Chilla had to say during his rounds because they want to get everything else on a rewatch, but they want to catch more things live than get it on a rewatch and then call it there. Similar to Chilla, Chess is someone that has to be listened to because remember, a lot of people sometimes Chess's bars go over people's head. And he always has to say, think about it in order for them to get it, despite him saying he tells people to think about it because he can tell people to think about it if he wants to while having air problem. But being on the rooftop, that battle is going to be absolutely crazy, especially with both of their talents on the rooftop. That'd be stupid. I kind of want to see Mike P versus Ill Will because they'd be a classic if both of them were at their best. And we've seen Ill Will at his best. We've seen Mike P at his best. And definitely it's going to be some crazy stuff happening on that roof if Mike P and Ill Will get up there. Hopefully they will be at their best because we've seen them kind of flop before. No disrespect though, but I'm being real. The next one would be Easy versus T-Top. And they missed their fade because of T-Top. Respect to T-Top again. You're a real nigga. But they missed their fade. They got to run it the next time. These two are kind of auxiliary because I kind of want to see this because they were putting in work, especially in the tournament. So I want to see them get a plate. But I want to see Ryder versus Nun Nun. Ryder versus Nun Nun would be a good one. I want to see the Silk against the Nun because Ryder always dresses up with the Silk on. And we want to see Nun Nun because I remember Nun Nun got the fade with Jack and got destroyed that time. So I want to see what happens when Ryder takes a crack at him, especially after Jack kind of fell off. No disrespect though. The next auxiliary would be a better, kind of better battle to have on the card because of those two having those statuses. It would be Holmesy versus Fonz. So will we see a champion battle or will we not? We already seen the champion of the year. We already seen the two champion of the year winners battle on Smack Volume 5. It would be good to see the champion. It'd actually be a great 2-on-2. The champions of the champion of the year versus the champion of Ultimate Madness. That would be crazy. That would be crazy 2-on-2 stuff. But yeah, Holmesy versus Fonz. Love to see that on the rooftop at least. But yeah, that's a card I kind of want to see. Sounds more like a gnome, if anything. But if it was a volume, it'd be better due to everyone's backgrounds and everyone's skill sets. Now, my overall rating for Smack Volume 5 is a 6 out of 10. It didn't live too much to the hype that it brought. The main event, along with Shine and R's performance, Chilla and B-Dot kind of saved it, but the event was filled with so many holes and stumbles and chokes. But at least everybody completed a round. I'll give it that. Maybe not B-Dot. But I know that they have a life outside of this, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because I know next time they're definitely going to come with it. Hopefully. Damn, I did not expect the video to be this long. I don't want to edit anything out because I kind of want you guys to hear all that I have to say. Despite the whole stumbles and stuff, even though I was ragging on a few of the battle rappers having those during the rounds. But yeah, I didn't expect the video to be this long, and kind of makes it a bit more for me because of the video stuff that you're seeing in the background. Hold on. Finishing up a meal real quick. Just this nigga Super Boo just taunted me real quick. I'm gonna whoop this nigga ass. Hold on. I already know I can't attack, so come get it. Yeah. Space him, my nigga. Get the spacer, my nigga. You done. Oh, get out of here. Anyway, now a brief channel update. I kind of wanted to get a few of the, what was it? I kind of wanted to get a few channel updates in, but I might as well tell them to you now. I have, aside from the ROM hack that I'm doing for Generation 3 Pokemon, don't even mind it. If you're here for battle rap stuff, if you mind it, cool. If you don't mind it, that's fine. I'll have a update about it soon. I'm just modding all the trainers, and I'll probably do. You'll probably see a Watch the Throne review, either Watch the Throne or Kings versus Queens. Kind of don't want to do it because it's already too late, but you'll probably see a review in the next few weeks, maybe a month from now, because I'm the only one who edits the stuff. But yeah, you'll probably see it within a good amount of time. Also, I'm starting a series of preseason Apex Ranked. Probably change the name soon, but yes, a lot of good content that's going to be on the channel, and I kind of want you guys to check it out because it's going to be good. It's going to be a movie. So if you like the video, if you have some things you want to say because you kind of disagree with some of the points I was making, or you kind of want to just argue with me about who did what and who did what better than another person, or if I'm just bad at making content really, then just like and subscribe and comment and hit the notification bell so you guys be notified when I upload. Despite my non-existent upload schedule and my non-existent streaming schedule, check out the stream and the Twitter if you guys want to. And yeah, it's been good chilling with you. And it's NY Takeover, kind of Jersey because of their performance, because of ours' performance. Don't know anymore. Takeover, just call it that. And I'm signing off. GG's, folks.